Hey guys, we're starting in a second here. Just waiting for Yuri. Hey guys, this is Bruce.
And this is me, Yuri.
And this is yet another episode, live broadcast of us talking about the 90 Day Fiance that's we're watching right now in the background. And also taking any questions. The community is going to come together, answer I-129F, adjustment of status, green card questions. That's what we do each week. And it's going pretty well, I think. But what do you guys think? Well, actually, let's see who's on the call here. We've got Arthur Carlson. How you doing, sir? We've got Veronica, number 1.
Hi, sis.
We got Roy Watkins. Glad you're okay. Coming from Las Vegas, Nevada. We've got, who else we have here? Just kind of scrolling through, guys. Bear with me here. We got a bunch of people. We got Aya. How you doing, Aya? We've got Andy. How you doing, Mr. Andy from Florida? We've got Edward. Who else do we have here? We've got Grandan. We've got Daryl. We've got Kenneth. Who else do we have? Chime in, guys. Chime in. We have any YouTubers here? Famous YouTubers? Thought I saw some YouTubers in here. Love seeing the YouTubers. Who else do we have in here? I thought we had Marianne Reality TV herself in here, who's a YouTuber. I could be mistaken. All right, guys, let's jump into some questions here. See what you got going on. All right, kind of scrolling through questions.
Wow, we got tons of people already.
That might be from my previous. For some
No,
of those.
it's just 6:10 p.m.
Yeah, I think you're right. So let's see. Greeting, Roy Watkins. Very glad you're okay over there in Las Vegas, Nevada. And shots go out to all the victims of that shooting there. Just so you guys know, the fundraiser that we promoted with Casey Neistat is over $250,000 that they raised for the victims, and that money is going to get rolled into something like $10 million that somebody else in Las Vegas, Nevada has raised. All of that is actually going to help the victims. Just giving you an update on that. Oh, James Brown from Houston is here. How you doing, James?
Hi, James.
I thought I saw James A. James A is here, whose fiance is from the Dominican Republic. We've got Elliot. Says hello, Bruce and Yuri. Let's see. Do we have any questions going on here? Any updates?
Andrea said, "Hey guys, I love this show. 90 Days. Me too."
I don't like this show. It's too dramatic, and it's chaos. I don't even want to watch it anymore. It sickens me. But the before 90 days is actually pretty good. It's kind of sad actually, what's happening to the poor folks.
That is so
Veronica
sad.
2 is here. Veronica 2 says she doesn't have TLC at the hospital. Why are you at the hospital? Marianne.A Reality TV is on. I'm in bed and waiting. Hey lady, how you doing?
Hi, sis.
And Stephen Lena Smith, also Dominican Republic, is on. That's great. How you guys doing? Do we have any updates on our process?
On what do you mean process?
Green card. No, I don't think we have any updates on ours. The last thing that we did was we Yuri submitted her 10-year green card package. So we haven't heard anything back, have we?
No.
Not yet. So, yep. So I think that as soon as she gets her 10-year green card, we're going to go straight to citizenship, which is in 600.
I think it's going to arrive soon. So I should start preparing for my application for U.S. citizenship.
Yeah, probably. And Veronica 2 says, all is good. Medical exam was done last week and materials were sent. His interview is at the end of the month. Well, congratulations. That's great. Jane Pasio on Facebook says, thank you both for this VA site, visa approved site. Great to see you both. More power to you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jane.
You're welcome, sis.
And Steven Lena Smith says, before the 90-day, the dude in Haiti needs to cut bait.
Yeah, too much drama.
I think I would have walked away from that one, man. As soon as she said, I'm not giving up my ex, I'd have been like, then
Like,
why are we?
Why
Why am I here? You know, I'm not definitely not wouldn't have went to Haiti. She's not cutting ties. You know, I mean that's a simple. I think that's a simple request, but it's very telling that she wasn't willing to cut the ties. You guys don't know what we're talking about. We're doing a kind of a live reaction to a show called 90 Day Fiance. There's also Before 90 Day Fiance. We kind of watched that one. That's why Yuri is just fixated like a laser over there. We got the TV over there on that other side. Roy, well, let's see. Veronica says, Bruce, my daughter came a week early. That's great. Roy Watkins says,
congrats, sis.
my fiance
She
is
gave
from.
birth already.
Oh wow, that's great. That is awesome.
I don't remember she said she was.
Yeah, I did forget. So, yeah, congratulations, Veronica. Wow. Roy Watkins says, my fiance is from Bacolod, but she works in Taiwan. Okay, still shouldn't be a problem to do the K1 visa process if you guys are going that route. Veronica 1 says, I quit long time ago watching 90 Day Fiance. Too fake. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's just kind of like they, I think the emotions are real, but what they do is they hype up the drama a little bit too much, and it's kind of gets on my nerves a bit. HT Logistics. Oh, HT Logistics, for you, those of you who don't know, is a YouTuber. He's got over 10,000. Maybe last time I checked, I want to say it was over 11,000 subscribers. So congratulations on that. He's got a trucking YouTube content is really good if you're trying to start, especially if you're trying to start a business in the trucking industry, transportation industry. Trucking industry, then that's you definitely want to check his channel out. I think you also have a podcast, right? Am I right in that one? HT Logistics. Let me see. Got some people joining on from a couple of the other broadcast services. Arthur Carlson says, always great information from Arthur. He says, I called USCIS about my status of my I-129F and found out that they're processing the I-129F from March 5. Okay, we thought it was May before. They are 2 months behind due to problems with I-129F ahead of me. Okay, that's good to know that they're on March. Kind of thought they were on April, so wow, it's kind of a lot slower than I thought. A lot slower than we previously figured there. Let me see. What else do we have here? Veronica says, thank you, Bruce. You're welcome.
Yes, I'm here. Hi, pretty Yuri. Thank you, sis, Marianne. I love your channel. Hold on. I'm gonna watch your stuff again tonight.
Let's see, what else do we have here? We've got Andy says, nice shirt, Bruce. I was going to call you Chris. Yeah, don't do that. You Chris from Haiti.
Oh my god.
Haiti Chris. Logistics says, yes, I have a podcast too. Yep, so definitely check that out, guys, especially if you're into the trucking industry. If you have a business, if you're an entrepreneur, then he helps out a lot with that because he's telling you from an insider's perspective on what's going on. So definitely check that out. Andy says, wow, matching outfits today. Nice.
It looks more formal when...
Veronica says, well, Arthur. Roy Watkins says, we both have wonderful time in Boracay for 3 weeks. Wow.
I love Boracay.
Yeah, it was nice. We've been there before.
It's such an awesome vacation spot.
Okay.
And party. The party there is awesome.
HG Logistics says, is the fiance visa about 5 to 6 months to get from the Philippines? It used to be. The average time has actually increased recently because the process. We're hearing different things, to be honest with you, HT. What we're hearing is that the process is now taking a lot longer. Like, for example, Arthur Carlson has been going through this. I think, Arthur, when did you file? Arthur, I think, filed like beginning of the year. Is that correct? Am I correct in saying that? So, yeah. So it's just taking a lot longer. And if you want to see what's the average times, you can go to this site that does an awesome job at figuring out the moving average of times of K1. Just check it out. It's called visajourney.com, and then look at timelines, and it'll tell you what's the average time right now for somebody who's, for example, filed in May, or as opposed to somebody who filed in January. It changes from time to time. It's because it's such a subjective process, and that's why that's the difficulty of it. There's no hard and fast time that this is getting done, unfortunately. So let me see. We got some stuff from Facebook here. Wow, lovely couple. Thank you, Mary Grace. And let me see if we got another
Sis,
question.
so cute mo. God bless you both. Thank you, sis.
Chrysia says, hello, Yuri and Bruce. I want to ask if I can go and visit my family in Singapore, so that's Manila to Singapore. Then from there, I will be flying from Singapore to Boston. Is there any restrictions? I'm under K1 visa. No, if you have a visa, the only restriction is you have to have the K1 visa stamp in your passport. That's the only thing, So no, I don't believe, unless you guys chime in, let me know if you guys have had any issues with that as far as going to another country and then going from there to the U.S. The U.S., when you get to your POE, your point of entry, they just want to know that you're legally allowed to come into the U.S. And that's what the K1 satisfies. So to answer your question, no. All right, so back to YouTube. And if you guys, just so you guys know, on Facebook, we do this weekly. Most of the interaction is on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's just easier for us to interact with people on YouTube. When we can, we do answer questions on Facebook. We're not saying we don't answer on our group, of course. It's just that it's just faster on YouTube. So if you could join us on YouTube instead, it also helps us a little bit financially, because when we do these on YouTube, it actually pays us a little bit. It's not even that much, but every little bit helps for us. So YouTube is where we want, if you have questions or if you want to participate, please join us on YouTube. All right, so what else do we have here?
Manuela and I are thinking about, can you put
Where do you
James
see that?
A? Top a little, yeah. Was that James A?
Yeah, I believe that's James A.
Manuela and I are thinking about which visa type we should use between the K1 and the CR1. Which is more difficult? I hear there's a different level
of proof
you need to demonstrate for each. Yeah, so with the CR1, it's a longer process and it's a lot more to do as for documentation. Since CR1, like, you are proving that you have been married, and you have a bank account, joint bank account, and basically there's more things that you need to prove when you're married.
And James A, just keep in mind, everybody, this is for everyone watching this, future and present. We are not lawyers. We're not immigration consultant. Is not our desire to be either one of those things. We are facilitating this discussion. So if you see that something we said was wrong, or it's something you can contribute something to the group, please do. We're all listening to you. This is about a community. It's not about Yuri and Bruce. This is about all of us coming together, helping one another out. Okay, because we are actually a couple going through the same process that you are. So just keep that in mind. With that said, James, I would agree with Yuri. It really depends on your situation too, because Yuri and I, we were engaged, so we had all the evidence of engagement. We had met, we had pictures together, we talked a lot. I actually provided support when I could for her. We talked all the time online, so we had all the evidence that they're going to ask you if you're engaged. If we had gotten married, looking back on it, they would have asked us for a little bit of stuff that we would have been scrambling around to get. So I'm glad that we went the K1 visa route. Just my. And then actually when we got here, the immigration officer asked us further questions, and he said, look, if you guys had been a K3 couple, I would have asked for a lot more evidence, but since you guys are engaged, this is literally what he said, since you guys came here as a K1 and you guys were engaged and you guys are a newlywed couple, I treat you as a newlywed couple. Just so you get that insight there.
When you just first got married, you're still establishing accounts together, bank accounts and assets, nothing. Everything's fresh.
Right. And so they treat it that way too. So I would, that's what we did. But even with all of that, keep in mind the K1 visa process, although it allows you to be together faster, the CR1, it's going to take longer. You guys are going to have to be apart longer because basically your girl is going to have to wait. Your girl's going to have to wait until she gets a green card to come to the U.S., which takes 8 to 9 months, something like that. But when she gets to the U.S., she has a green card. Yuri had to wait another year to get a green card once she got here, so that took a lot longer. So Yuri's reacting to this guy who went to the Philippines.
The 90 day.
This is before 90 days.
Yeah, this is before 90 day, and what he did though is like he took the father's hand. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do in the Philippines.
Smart man.
When you meet the parents, yes.
Yeah. Well, I hope she's real. It doesn't seem like for this one she doesn't seem.
She's real.
I don't know.
She's the youngest. So.
Because you remember somebody from our group said that they saw her online like flirting with all of these guys.
Well, she was shopping before,
I guess. Shopping when? Because he also caught her still on the dating sites.
Oh.
She's still shopping, or is it serious, or what? I don't know.
Well, maybe now it's gonna be serious because, like, who knows? Like, I'm sure, many of the Americans who go to the Philippines, they shop for 10 women or a lot of women. So it's like, what's the guarantee that he is there for her? So
it goes both ways. They're still new, so
yeah.
I guess it depends on what you're willing to accept and developing as a couple, being more and more serious, right?
Because once you meet the person in real life, that's when you can determine.
Anthony Taylor says, if USCIS is processing March, how much longer? That's the question of the day, isn't it, Anthony? Yeah. So if they're starting in March, let's do a little speculation here. They're starting in March. It typically takes anywhere from how long did it take to get the NOA2 approval? It was like 30 days, right? It was anywhere from 30 to 60 days from the time that they start processing it. Your I-129F package. So.
How long? Oh, well, it depends on the USCIS. They're the only ones who can answer it since they're the ones that are processing it. For me, I'll just what I can do, what you should do is just, gather what you need while you're waiting. Because there are many papers that you need before the interview. Okay,
Teddy Bell said, well, let's see. There's a couple questions, comments about the 90-day fiance reaction. I guess we're all reacting together, right? It's an exciting part of this show.
Oh, hold on. I had something on the stove.
Andrea said...
Sorry, could you please turn off the stove?
Did you guys see DS? No, I stopped I haven't seen that yet. Andrea says the Anfisa and George one. Wow. That is fake as F, I think.
She was here for
so dramatic.
For the money, not really for.
I think they both kind of played each other, and now they're all mad about it. Teddy Bell says, I did a CR1, and it took 8 months, but when my wife got here, she has SSN and a green card, came within a month. Oh, wow. That's some great. Thank you, Teddy. So there you go. That gives you a little bit more information.
Well, I guess
James.
now It's like the matter of where do you want to get married? Do you want to get married in the Philippines or in your own foreign country?
Well, his girl's from Dominican Republic.
Or yeah, like now that means that it's the same processing time.
Well, that's true. Now that K1 is taking so long, but think about consider this. When we were doing a CR1, or sorry, CR1, we did the K1. We actually we're able to be together faster, but it's taking a lot longer now. So I guess it's out the window, right? Wow. Yeah. I don't know what to say, James. It used to be that the benefit of the K1 was that it was
that it was faster.
It was faster, and you could be together But now I'm not sure, James. Now I'm thinking about it. If you've got the K1 taking just as long as the CR1,
might as well do CR1 because you get a green card.
But then you never know. I mean, maybe they'll start speeding up. I mean, we really don't. We don't know. I mean, that's. Everybody's process is different.
Came within a month.
Aubrey Ross says 167 days. My adjustment of status got an RFE. Is that true? The timeline restarts. No, don't think so. We know a couple people who got an adjustment of an RFE adjustment status, and
I don't know.
That wasn't the
really
case. Restarts. What do you mean? Like you have to redo the whole package?
No, means the time of like them reviewing it is gonna be faster. I mean slower. It's like it restarts from the beginning. Is that what you mean?
No, I don't think that's the case, Aubrey. We know a couple people who got a RFE request for evidence, and they just start off from where it kind of just pauses, I would say. It doesn't like start all over, and then that's been what we saw anyway. Okay, let's see what else we got here. That's kind of cool that he's being cool with her after she freaking catfished him. I'm talking about the American guy who went to France to be with what he thought was going to be his fiance, and then it turns out that she already had a boyfriend. You guys watching that? It turns out she already had a boyfriend, and she's like, hey, we can be friends. And he's like, I flew all the way here to see.
Well, I guess their communication was not that serious. That's what happened.
Maybe he was more serious than she was.
Yeah, and it's like, I think that's what happened with their situation.
Yeah, that's pretty jacked up right there.
But it's like he wasted so much money to go there.
Yeah. Because why? I don't know. It's kind of like going over there under a different pretext than why you thought you were supposed to go over there. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up with the comments here. I'm not able to. You know what I'm gonna do? I can't really scan people's questions on YouTube, so I'm gonna just go straight to the YouTube live. Give me a second here, guys. I'm going YouTube live where I can see all the questions. And unfortunately, so cut out some of the Facebook ones. What's happened is we got all these scrolling questions going through. So when I'm scrolling, look at what happens. Look how many we have. So I can't go from one to one. See what I'm saying?
We can keep answering it.
Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can stop here.
Okay, that's where it is.
Right there?
Dang, almost a year. Will better get started soon. Yeah.
I know, right?
The fiance visa is not taking longer, so.
It's taking so much longer now.
Start.
Heath Davis says, hi, Yuri and Bruce. I'm flying out on February. Congratulations to Manila. How does it work when landing in Beijing? Do I have to go through customs or only when I land in Manila? Never left the country before.
No, you don't go through customs in Beijing. You go straight to the connecting flight. The gate where you have to go.
She just went back to the Philippines.
Because I went last year.
This time last year.
I also dropped in Taiwan. So what you do is you go straight to the gate where you need to wait for your flight.
Yeah. I mean, I've had to go.
Beijing, they are not very kind to Americans, Anthony.
They're not very kind to anyone.
I don't think they're kind to anybody.
Yeah, it's nothing personal. It's just that's just how it is there.
That's just how it is. I think it's because it's so crowded in there, so people develop this
hate.
You know,
hate
less
of humans.
Care.
Yeah, they really don't care. You're just like cattle there.
Like.
It's nothing personal.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just.
That's just how it is when the more crowded the place becomes.
Yeah, I would have to agree with Yuri on that one.
And then what's next?
Okay, let me see if I can scroll very slowly here. Anthony Taylor says...
HT Logistics. I was always told by lawyers to get the K1 visa. It used to be the fastest, but now...
I don't know.
They're about the same as CR1, seems like.
Yeah, I don't know. If it happened now, I might go the CR1 route, but depends on your situation. Nah, I'd still do K1, knowing what I know now.
But for me, like, I didn't really want to get married in the Philippines, because if I have to, you know, I would like a nice wedding. But if it's not gonna happen, then I don't want to be married there.
Stephen Linda Smith says, does it make a difference if the U.S. fiance goes to the interview? No.
No, not really. It's just emotional support.
Basically. That we could think of one time where it was beneficial for the fiance to be there. There was one case where the guy had a criminal past, but they didn't mark it down. And so he just happened to be there. She would have got denied almost definitely. But he was there, and they were able to ask him, hey, what about this? We see that you have a record here. What's going on with this? And he explained it on the spot what was going on, and I guess that was good enough for them. Let me see. But yeah, normally you don't have to be there. Grandan says, Anthony, I guess if he... Okay, somebody's answering that question. Heath Davis says, yes, I will be in Beijing for 2 hours to hop to another plane.
Kenneth, hi Yuri and Bruce. Which is the best possible K1 visa or spousal visa? Thanks, Bruce and Yuri.
Depends on your situation, Kenneth. If you're engaged like we were when we first, got together, we were first trying to make the leap, then we really didn't have... We had all the evidence necessary because we had been together for quite some time as boyfriend and girlfriend, and they kind of they treat you that way when you're going through the process. What we found is if you had already been a spouse, you may have amassed more things like joint accounts and things like that. We didn't have that kind of stuff when we first, we were just engaged, so we didn't have things like that. We might have. I don't remember. But that's the kind of stuff that they want to see to verify that you're in a... So in my opinion, for us, in our situation, the K1 was better. It used to be better because it was shorter and you could be together. You could end the LDR, long distance relationship, faster. But now that's no longer one of the benefits of it, unfortunately. I would still, knowing what I know now, I would still do the K1. Let me see. Stephen Lena Smith says she showed him her Cupid page.
She hadn't been talking to anyone else but him. Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool. That's cool. Maybe they can make it then. I hope so.
No problem, Davis. You don't have any problem. I'm just wondering if I will have time to transfer planes or go through customs. Nah, you don't have to go through customs. All you gotta do is find a gate for your next flight.
I mean, are they sending your luggage to the connecting flight or what?
That goes straight to Philippines, Manila. You don't even have to worry about your luggage by yourself.
Kenneth says, go to customs, first health, and then transfer to your plane. That's it. Marianne, see, nobody's worried. Nobody's worried but you. Marianne A says, Yuri, I can't find you in Instagram. He. She's trying to find you on Instagram.
Just type Yuri Sincero.
Yeah, I think it's just Yuri. Is it Yuri _Sincero?
Yeah.
I think it's Yuri _Sincero.
I don't know if I want... No, not really. I didn't go through customs in Taiwan. Yeah, I just went straight to this other airport. It was confusing though. It was like a different place that I had to travel.
Veronica Dip says, "Hey sis, I sent you an email, Yuri. When you get time,
Yeah,
reply."
I'm gonna respond to that.
Anthony Taylor
sis.
says, "Grandan." Okay, he's talking to him. Let me just keep going here.
Much love from Boston.
Thank you, Robert. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Byron Spencer says, "How long is the fiance visa taken to be improved?" How long is a fiance visa taking? The process itself, how they're improving it? They're making incremental changes in the process itself. How long does the fiance visa take? You can see the moving average on a site called Visa Approved and search timelines, and you'll see how long it's taken right now. On average right now, people who filed 4 months ago are still waiting, just so you know.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Anthony
but
Taylor, the problem is that they speak very bad English, and so that's how it is.
I'm not sure who's talking about.
Beijing, you mean?
Oh.
Yeah, you're basically stuck. That was like that in Taiwan too.
I don't know. It's just basically.
It was hard.
Yeah, but people were nice there. You know.
In Taiwan, you have been to Taiwan?
No, not Taiwan. I mean Thailand. I'm talking about Thailand. Thailand people were nice. Like I was on a plane.
Yeah.
China Air.
Thailand is different.
Lord God, people were like scrambling, fighting to get to the front when the plane landed. Like wow, and it was the same thing in India too. Like they just like as soon as the plane landed and they said okay. You can get out of your seats. Actually, even before that, people were like getting up, trying to get to the front of the thing. I'm like, wow, why are they? What's going on? Why are they fighting to get to the front? Everybody's gonna get off the same time frame. Like, I don't know. Okay, let's see. James Brown, let me see. Says, did I skip some questions? I might have. I'm just kind of scrolling through questions, guys.
They're having lechon in her visit. His visit. They visited their province.
This chat window is good, but if you have too many, it's too hard to manage.
Picture. My wife told me that when she did her interview, she heard lots of people getting denied because they didn't have enough evidence for the relationship for the K1 visa. Yeah.
That's the main reason people get denied.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not bringing evidence of your relationship, like, why are you in there in the first place? It's like, that means your relationship is not really valid. You rushed through it.
I'm trying to catch up with questions here, guys. Just a little behind here.
Thank you, Yuri and Bruce, for another great live show. Love you guys. Thank you, Anthony. And you're very welcome.
Heath Davis says, I'm wondering if I will have time to transfer planes. Okay, I already read that one, I think. Stephen Linda Smith says, she should have told him already. I think you're talking about 90 Day Fiance. Let me see. Where am I?
Their problem is that they speak. Okay, that's done.
Do you need... I'm reading this one now.
Do you need to propose before doing the K1?
Yes. Robert. Yeah, Robert. And the reason why is because that's how you get engaged. So
well, yeah.
I mean, technically, you guys can just agree that you're engaged, and then that's it. But or you can propose formally.
But it's like that's what it's supposed to be, because I mean, you don't become fiancés
until somebody proposes.
Because you guys are planning to get married and take your relationship to the next level. But I heard some people didn't also have a formal proposal.
Yeah.
But then...
But they already know that they're getting married. I don't know. Maybe they talked it out or something. But yeah, they will. Robert, here's another thing: is that they will ask how.
Yes.
How did he propose?
That's
stuff
a
like that.
question that they ask.
So yes, you should propose before starting the K1. I would.
That way, your fiance is confident with the relationship.
That's another thing.
Because that can be a cause of visa denial if you guys don't really had a formality of your relationship.
Veronica Dip says Yuri sent you. Okay, I think I already read that one.
My wife told me that she did. Okay, done. Pictures and documents are so very important to bring to the interview. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, for some people who are not prepared, like how would you?
Yes, true. It's funny. I spoke to my fiance the other. Heath Davis says it's funny. I spoke to my fiance the other day and asked her about to be ask her about the hand on the forehead thing.
Yeah, you do that to your parents, to our
elders,
parents,
right? As a sign of respect.
If, for example, my husband meets my father, then you're supposed to grab the hand like this. Grab the hand and then go like this to my dad.
Yeah, very quickly.
Because that's a sign of respect.
Uh-oh. See, you look disgusted. And they're asking me why. Why are you acting, saying, I don't know. It's like a lot of... I don't know. He didn't look disgusted to me. Of the pig?
Oh, maybe.
That's a possibility.
I don't know what's the conversation, but oh my gosh.
She's devastated. Oh my gosh, she's bawling.
You better not do that, baby.
When have I done that?
In front of people if we go there.
When have I done that?
Well, you really don't.
If anything, they laugh about my reaction.
That's unacceptable.
What? What's unacceptable? What are you talking? You getting mad at me over her reaction to that guy? That's like getting mad at me about your dream or something. Walter
crazy.
Jordy
I would have
says
turned that pig up.
Walter Jordy says on Facebook says I have a son in the Philippines and I did his CRBA last year. ABD gained his U.S. citizenship. Okay, great. I sent the K1 visa app in July. In your opinion, doing my son's CRBA getting approved should help our case, correct? It's such a subjective process. You never can tell. I can tell you this. I mean, if we're just looking at precedents, meaning we're looking at cases of many people who we've talked to and stuff. We just interviewed Lezima and Brand, who are good friends of ours from Las Vegas, and thank God they're okay. But they said that they had their son Tywin, and when they brought him in the office when she was doing the K1, the green card interview, they were like, oh, okay. Their interview lasted like 5 minutes. You and I don't have a kid together, a biological we have a kid. So ours lasted an hour. So I would say, Walter, yes, that does help you. And I'm just talking from people that we know and our experience.
Her son's U.S. citizenship is totally separate from the K1.
The fact that they had a child together confirms that they have a real relationship.
Ah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. That establishes more. Yes, these guys are real. Like they really have a legitimate, rather than somebody who just met each other off the street, knew each other for 3 weeks, and they're trying to get a K1.
But did you put that in the declaration of how you met, though? Because that's important. Because if you did, then they will be able to research and check with your son's case and say that your relationship is legit.
And Walter, I would say, to answer your question, it's really subjective, but I would say yes, based off of somebody we know who had a child, and then when they went to the interview, I'm talking about the interview when you're in the U.S., the green card interview, they brought their kid in, and the immigration officer was like, oh, okay, you guys have a kid together, and their interview lasted like 5 minutes. Walter also says, I've looked at what was approved, and it has been roughly 4 to
4 to
5
5
months.
months.
Man, lately it's been taking a lot longer.
Okay, James A said
Wait,
lately
let me go back here.
It's been a lot longer, so it depends on the USCIS really.
Arthur says Bruce and Yuri see the photo of Yolanda's sister's wedding. Oh no, I didn't show it to Yuri yet. Stephen Lena Smith says Larry is crazy. I would have torn that pig up. James A says
he must have refused to eat or something.
Yeah, that's not cool.
So one thing, if we did the K1 visa, she would have to return at some point to finish her degree. How soon would she be able to return to the Dominican Republic after she comes here on a K1 visa?
Ooh.
Well, if you're doing the K1 visa, James, you can immediately apply for
adjustment of
status on the first month that she's here.
But that takes a while to get.
But that takes like about 5 to 10 months before she can get her green card.
You might even consider, James, just kind of throwing ideas out there. You might even consider just going with the CR1, get married in DR.
Yeah, why don't you just wait?
Let her finish her degree. It'll take you guys 8 to 9 months to go through that. While you're waiting the 8 to 9 months, yeah, it'll suck to be long distance relationship. But being that the K1 visa now is taking that long anyway, you can do the CR1. And then she can get her degree, and then by the time she's done with her degree, you'll be about done with the CR1. She'll have a green card once she comes to the U.S. You might even want to go that route, man. Just kind of throwing out ideas out there for you. Because with the K1, once she gets here, like Yuri said, you're gonna have to apply for something called an adjustment of status. Yeah. She can't leave until she gets this card. Well, she can leave anytime she wants, but she won't be able to come back until she won't be able to come back. Which is messed up. But she has to have this little combo card that takes, 4 to 5 months to get.
Yeah, with a CR1, it takes, somebody said, right, they were able to process theirs in 8 months. But normally the timeline of CR1 is almost a year. But yeah, if she has to finish her degree, you might as well just have her finish her degree before leaving the country.
Yeah, I think that's what I would have done.
Or submit for the application while she's going to school, and then once it's done, then she can leave.
That's smart to get the degree there, because you know how expensive it is here.
Yolanda is a very nice name, Arthur. Grandadan. There's nice song mentioning Yolanda. Know it. Heath, my fiance asked me to bring chocolates and American snacks for her family. Are they allowed on plane if checked in? Yes, you can put it in your checked baggage.
Stephen Linda Smith says, I
cleaned the plate when I met. You have to, because that's so insulting. That means you're like, you're gross.
You at least don't be like all disgusted and stuff.
Yeah, like this guy.
This guy. The guy who went to Brazil.
Oh my goodness.
This is the worst case, man. This is one of the worst cases ever. This dude is just...
Can we turn that volume on?
God, I don't even... It's so cringy to watch. It's like, why you guys... Man. It's sad that more Americans don't leave the country and know more about the world. It's just sad to me. It gives you such an amazing... a perspective when you travel, you know. You said goodbye to me. What are you doing here? There you go, lady.
Yep. Why are you in Brazil? Can't even
Why are
speak.
you here? Stephen Lynn Smith says, I clean the plate. Okay, I read that one. Yeah, the food is awesome. Yes, I love Filipino food. So, I'm very sorry about last night. I never meant to put your life in danger. What? See, this guy is... What is wrong with him?
I don't know what happened.
What happened? We're going to have to research that one. Look at her face. She's done. She's done with this guy.
Wow. He must have like run away and left her.
Was they about to get beat up and he ran? He's like, I'm getting out of here. Pushed her in front of the cars and start running. This dude he's a strange guy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my lord. Are you serious, bro?
Oh gosh, and you got a text.
He left me at the
And
park.
said he didn't want to stay with me because of his criminal record.
What is wrong with this guy? I didn't even want to watch this. Disgusts me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, she got robbed?
She was what? Mugged?
She got
What's
robbed?
mugged?
Are you serious? Bro, she could have died. Unbelievable. Oh, arson. Got hit with arson. Damn. Anthony says, good point, Bruce. I was amazed when I visited the Philippines. Me too, man. Amazing.
She got
perspective.
robbed.
He left her in the park. He left her in the park because they were gonna break up.
I'd be like, dude, go back to America.
Yeah.
I don't need that kind of.
Tell you guys a little story. Me and Yuri were in Thailand. Remember that time we were in Thailand?
Yeah.
We were in Thailand, right? We didn't know. We're not from Thailand, all right? So we're walking these back streets, right, to get a shortcut to get back to our hotel, and we get surrounded by these Thai guys. Like one guy's walking in front of us, and then there's a group of guys one guy on the side of us, one guy, these 4 or 5 guys in front of us, and we're like, we looked at each other. We didn't say a word. I said, like, hold my backpack. I was about to get busy. And then she, like, picked up her dress. She was like, let's do it. We were about to... That was crazy. We were about to go... We were about to throw hands for real.
That first team up after being opposite.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then we're like, baby, we're in danger. Okay, let's...
Yeah, we were about to...
And we were fighting there for, like, days.
Yeah,
because they're like, you wouldn't listen to me on where to go.
Yeah, we'd been arguing back to back. I didn't know, neither one of us thought that it would work. Because there was just too many.
We're gonna last, you know.
There were too many things going on. But then when that happened, it was like, we were both linked up. We were both like, we only said like a few words. I looked at her. I said, hold my backpack. Like a movie. And she was like pulling she had a dress. She had this nice dress. She pulled up her dress. She was about to start fighting.
I tied it up to my legs.
But then the guys like kept walking.
But then the guys were just staring at us.
Yeah, they were just staring.
Me.
But the way they were looking and the way they were kind of surrounding us, it was like, we were like, what the hell? I was like, let's do this. It's about to go down.
I thought something was...
oh, that was crazy.
Steven and Lena said you should read that part about...
Which one?
Up.
Which one? This one?
Steven and... Yeah, Arthur. I know it was Arthur. I noticed that they used a spoon as a knife. When I had dinner at Yolanda's mom's home, I was trying to cut a piece of pork with a fork. When Yolanda took my plate and cut up the pork for me.
New 90-day fiance. New season. Dude, what the hell? Why are you guys even on the show?
Oh my gosh, why is she like...
Whoa. Is that the next season or is that now? Damn,
wasn't it
this
the
show
old
is...
season?
I don't know. I haven't been watching it. Yeah, you know, we noticed that, Arthur, about the spoon and fork thing. Yuri always uses like a spoon and fork to eat. And she said to me one time, you Americans, you guys always use a fork. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then then I noticed I was always using a fork. I was like, she's right. I do use a fork a lot. Didn't realize it.
Americans eat with fork and knife. We eat with spoon and fork. That's right, Arthur.
Let me see what else. Let me see. Arthur says, I noticed that they
I cleaned
I
the plate when I'm at Lina's family. Okay. She was
Keith
robbed.
and Davis says she was mugged. Yeah, we read that. That's terrible. Anthony Rogers says, good points, Bruce. I was amazed when I visited the Philippines. Me too.
How did he get a passport with a felony?
How do you get a passport?
You can get a passport, but when you travel back to the country, they stop you at the entry and then scan.
I think there's only certain crimes. I could be mistaken. I'm not a lawyer, but I think there's only certain crimes that will stop you from getting a passport. And even then, I'm not totally sure on that. Daryl Charity says, Bruce, Yuri, I'm in the Philippines. More than 30 days. Do I need to apply for a visa?
Yeah, if you're there more than 30 days, you have to apply for a visa.
Yeah. Yep. Cost. How much does it cost approximately?
Have a good day, evening, guys. TC. Have a great evening, sis. Veronica. Thank you for watching our live.
Nisher Davis says, hi, Bruce. How are you and Bruce? After you get your NOA-1, how long do you wait until you hear from the embassy in your fiance's country? No. So, Nisher Davis. Okay, here's how it works. Number one, the U.S. petitioner, submit the I-129F to the USCIS, which is under the Department of Homeland Security, right? So you paid $535. You had your package. Make sure you get everything in that package, because it's not just an application. It's like evidence that you guys are a real relationship. Okay, I'm assuming you did all of that, and I'm assuming you got all that stuff squared away. You sent that in. NOA-1, you got the NOA-1, which is just a receipt saying that we received your money. Now we're processing your package, right? It used to take approximately 45 to 60 days. Now it's taking a lot longer. Case in point, Arthur Carlson has already taken over 4 months, right, Arthur? So people in this group have already been waiting 4 months to get their stuff, to get from the NOA-1 to the NOA-2. The NOA-2, by the way, comes from the USCIS. Okay, that's the department in the U.S. So you're not to the point where you're hearing from the embassy just yet. That's like a whole nother part.
It takes a while.
Of the process. Your first step is to get the NOA-2 from the USCIS, and that is going to take, right now it's taking like 4 months, unfortunately. After you get the NOA-2, they're going to send, USCIS is going to send your package to a place called the National Visa Center. Okay, National Visa Center, they assign a case number to you where they send your package to the U.S. Embassy that's closest to your spouse, your future spouse. Okay, that whole thing is like the first steps that you have to do. So I hope that clears it up for you. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. I would read a lot more about this process. It sounds like you're a little confused, so I would definitely read more about it.
Steven and Lena, that's when you knew she had your back.
Yep. That's when I knew she had my back.
For life.
Yep. That was an eye opener. That was an eye opener. Because I really thought the worst.
James A said they weren't ready. Bruce was about to throw some bows. What's a bows?
Elbows. Like means when you go good.
Oh gosh, new season right here. Grandadan, time to sleep. Good night. Good night, Grandadan.
Speaking of, should we shut this thing down? Is it
What
about that time?
Yeah.
I think we went through all the questions.
Done for today, guys.
Yeah, so the most interesting question was Nisher David. Nisher, sounds like you really need to do some more reading on the process as a whole. Because before you even get to the U.S. Embassy, you've got to go through the USCIS. Okay, so just doing a little bit more research on it, and it'll start to make more sense to you.
Go to efilipinowomen.com. Can you type it there, baby?
Yeah, here, let me give you a couple of resources.
We have an app that break down the step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 3 is the interview to the U.S. Embassy. Wait. There's lots of steps before the U.S. Embassy interview. So,
right.
If you go to efilipinowomen.com, we have an app there. The link is there. You can download it in your phone for Android or iOS. Dan, the driving man. Can I get a Filipino citizenship and just stay there? Howdy, peeps. Love you guys. I'm not sure about that. I need to research on that. But I know people who stay there. I mean, unless I know if you marry a Filipina, then yeah, you can stay there. But if you're single and you want to get a citizenship, I'm not sure how that goes. I know if you're single, you have to keep renewing your visa if you stay there, and then you have to exit every 1 year.
So there's one resource I gave you, Nisha Davis. Let me see if I can find the other ones. Wow, what the hell's going on with that? Okay, I'll come back to that. Let me see if I can find the app. One visa.
It's in our Filipino women. The links are there. Isn't that the old one?
New one. All right, here's another one. Here's another link for you. This is our app. We also have it on iOS, by the way. Got some questions here on Facebook.
I'm hooked on Star Trek Discovery. What's a Star Trek Discovery? Was that the new one?
It's a science fiction show.
Was that the new one?
Yes. Cheryl says, "Hi guys, I'm in
yeah,
California.
so nice.
Already are married now within 90 days. My concern is my K1 visa is now expired. My adjustment of status is still on file. Can I drive in California with an international driver's license even if I'm out of status, or should I still wait for my green card?" I don't know if you can drive in California with an international driver's license. What I would do if I were you, Cheryl, is to look it up. Go to California, because each state is a bit different.
Yeah, because California's and each state, yeah.
Each state has slightly different road rules. So go to the states. Let me see if I can find it. The state should have, each state has a government site that will guide you through what you can and can't do. And you want to go there and see if you can drive legally with an international license. Because I think some countries, actually, now that you mention it, some countries are okay to drive in the U.S. because their rules are so similar to ours. I know that I was able to drive in Australia with my U.S. driver's license. Driving license. But some are so different, you have to take a test there in their country. Driver's license in California. And then when I was in the military, I had an international driver's license, and I was able to drive in several different countries.
Yeah, each state here has different.
Each state is different.
Law on driving.
So it might be that you absolutely have to get your you absolutely have to get your California state driver's license to drive, or a license from another state to drive, and that might be the case. That question came on Facebook, so I'm gonna put it there. I hope this is the right link for you, but you get the idea. Go to dmv.ca.gov. One of their sites on their portal will walk you through what you can and can't do with an international driver's license. I don't even know if they recognize it, to be honest with you. Okay, let me see where else we got here. See, that's why I don't like switching back and forth between Facebook and this.
Okay.
Couple more questions and then
Yuri,
we'll
you look extra beautiful tonight. Bruce, you lucky guy.
Yes,
Thank you,
am.
Dan.
Next question. Roy Watkins says, I met my wife on a site called Cherry Blossoms. Are you guys familiar with it? Yes.
Yeah. Cherry Blossoms is a good website.
James Brown says, thanks, Bruce and Yuri, for another great show. Good night, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good night, James.
Yeah, we're going to close this thing down, guys. You guys take care. Stay careful out there. We're going to do this approximately the same time next week, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, where we do a live. We answer questions. We react to the 90-Day Fiance stuff, and we just talk, So that's it. My name is Bruce.
And this is Yuri.
Make sure you like and subscribe to this video. Turn on post notifications and
thumbs up for this video and subscribe in our YouTube channel. And if you need more information about visa, our Philippine culture, and wants to read, you can always go to our website called efilipinowomen.com. We made that site before when we were, I think it was 2013.
Yeah, it was a while ago. All right, guys. See you later.